So what got you into like long snapping then? And because I know you were center, you were still playing center in high school, but like when did like long snapping kind of come into play for you?
Well, so I like this story because it kind of shows, what's going on at the high school right now and shows, the benefits of it. So when I was a freshman and sophomore, um, I was on the varsity team and I was like a third string center. I'd be like a backup guard when I was a freshman and sophomore on the varsity team, but I only played defense. They used me for linebacker. And
Right.
when I was going to my junior year and we combined with Burlington High School, I ended up not playing defense anymore and I was only the center.
Ah,
They needed a long snapper, and basically what they told me was that we're not gonna do all these substitutions on special teams. You're just gonna be our long snapper. And at first, I was so pissed. I talked to the coaches. I was fighting against it. I said I don't want to do this. I've never done it. We can just have someone else do it. But they were, the Burlington coaches. They were set. They really
oh, this is
wanted.
this was like 2018, so when we were
Yeah, this was
juniors.
this was the fall of 2018, and they were set on me doing it. There was no budging. So they taught me, the basics of it, and I just started practicing it every day. And we actually, when we were there, we only do 10 yards back. So doing it at 10 yards at first is hard, but now looking at it, it's like wow.
Oh, yeah, what's
Yeah,
college? 18?
15.
15. Okay.
But so I just kept doing it, and I have a lot of one-on-one time, snapping and all that. And Coach Doug Belisle,
Right.
who was our line coach that year. He knew I wanted to play college football, so he asked me, "Have you ever thought about going to college to long snap?" And I was like, well, "What do you mean?" I didn't know that was a thing. I just thought you had to go. I never thought that was
Right.
even a thing in college. I guess for some reason it just went out of my mind that someone has to do it. I said
Right.
I never thought of that, and he said, "Well, if you want to play college football, that's a great opportunity. Coaches love looking at that." So
Right.
that incentivized it for me to want to get better at it. And he told me, I knew I probably wasn't that good, but he told me I was pretty good. So it motivated me to keep working at it, and in the end it paid off.
Wow. I remember back then you wanted to play basketball.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. And you were like, I mean, I totally forgot. You were nicknamed the Orange Mamba, which suits
Yeah.
perfectly with our black and orange. How long did that take to like really like make you think like, oh, maybe I should do long snapping for real, like compared to like basketball? Why did basketball kind of fall out and football take its place?
Well, honestly, really what it was is that, when I was probably like a sophomore in high school, I really realized that my size wasn't going to be what it takes to make it at the college basketball level. And in the spring of my sophomore year, I started looking into how to get recruited for football. I looked up online how to get recruited for college football. I looked at the rosters and kids weren't that big a size, So I thought I could definitely do it. I'm a pretty good player.
Right.
So that's what I was doing. And up until I think the whole time of the junior season that fall for football, I was not even thinking about being a long snapper. I was emailing coaches. I was finally getting the hang of it. Coaches reaching out to me to play linebacker, O line. And, I was feeling pretty confident with that. And what really, really changed it was sometime in October, I took a visit to Curry College. It's a D3 school
Mm.
in Massachusetts. And I went there, and at that point I was really starting to consider long snapping. That week I had an email with a D2 coach just to long snap. And for me at that time I was like, wow,
Oh,
D2, like, that's really good, for someone from Vermont.
right.
So at that point in time I was like, maybe I'm going to go down here. I'm going to tell the coaches I'm also a long snapper as well. And so we go down there, we tour the school, we meet with the coaches, and they have us
Uh,
introduce, who our name, our high school we're from, what positions. And I say long snapper. And when I said that, all the coaches' faces lit up. And I was
oh,
like, oh, that's I thought that was kind of weird. Like, why do they get so excited when I said that? So I'm pretty sure our season ended. And after our season ended, I went down to American International College. They're a D2 school in Massachusetts.
Mhm.
And I mean, their coaching staff, they probably had the nicest, most welcoming coaching staff. They really, really cared for me throughout the recruiting process.
What they do?
And I mean, just like they showed me so much attention when I went down there. Like their head coach talked to me, and my mom, personally, their coach was always texting me, all that stuff. And that's when I realized, like, wow, I could just be a long snapper, and I'm getting a lot of attention, um, like talking to you about the future, being on their team. And that's really when it clicked for me, like, this is something I can do. And it gave me the confidence to reach out to, more schools, Division II, Division I. And that's really how I found out that that could be something I can pursue.